Okay, so for the two practice rooms, that's a real, privilege to be able to use these. You really need to make sure that they're in perfect condition. So, this room already you can see is not in perfect condition. Somebody used the bass, and by the way, this is the bass with the bass amp. Never switch that up. Somebody used the bass and left the bass amp on. You can see that light is still on. Uses a lot of energy and maybe even will hurt the amp, I don't know. So normally you should check what I do. Check the strings first to see if they vibrate freely. Sometimes we've had, unfortunately, a couple of necks broken. This seems strange too. Okay. So check. That sounds okay. Cable should be on here, but don't do the loop around the instrument too tight. It will pull on the plug here too much. Okay? So let's say this was all perfect. We try it on. It should play through the amp. Okay. Oh. Anybody that uses guitars or basses needs to know how to tune them too. So ideally that's the case. So at the end we turn it down, turn this down, turn it off, and this is how I usually do. From the guitar, or the bass in this case, you measure how far this would be, then left hand, you touch your right hand, straight, 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 as long as it works like this, and then you can hang the cable on the instrument. You see here somebody and this is not even safe, it's twisted, so this could fall off, and the cable is on there. Let's check. Cable should be plugged in here and here. At the beginning of every use, this should be turned to the left, off. Not perfect, but okay. The strings are swinging freely. So check if the sound comes out of the amp. Turn this on. There's a picture even here how this should be set up at the end. You can turn this up for it to have some sound. You need to turn it on the guitar too. Let's hope there's some sound. And the master, don't forget that. Okay, so there's sound. Works. At the end of the lesson, or when you rehearse with your band, turn it all off to the left so it's ready for the next band to use it. Check also if where the straps are hooked up, that's still solid. If it's loose, it could fall off. Same thing from the plug down, measure that fits, okay, touch your left hand, boom, loop. This is a little longer, so I have a little more cable to loop up, and then boom, done. We have to be very strict with the rooms. I have pictures where everything needs to be positioned. And if we let this go, it will all be complete chaos. So, the music stand should be there. The chair, one chair in the corner. For the singer maybe, or from some guest who's checking out how you're rehearsing. The microphone here on the side. Normally I think we had a different chair here, but that doesn't really matter. One chair here. The sound system should be all, now this is important. This is the cable for the keyboard, the orange one. The button here needs to be pushed in, so it's for an instrument. For any microphone that you need to use a preamp. The button needs to be pushed out. So when you come in, all of this should be set to the setting we have here on the photo. And when you come in and you want to use something, this needs to be turned down. You turn it on. Light should come on here. And whatever channel you're using, microphone or the piano, you turn up a little bit, you turn up the master. Don't forget the master. If you don't turn up the master, there's no sound. Let's see, we turn the piano on. That was turned off, that's good. So now, See? Pianos sound okay. Not beautiful, but we can adjust the volume. And you hear also the snare effect that I talked about with the drums earlier when I play this. You hear the snare drum rattle, right? So that we don't need. We want to turn that off. Boom, turn off. Here are no sticks. If you need sticks for a rehearsal, you get them from your teacher, or even better, you're a musician yourself, a drummer, and you have your own sticks. When you're done, keyboard's turned off, the mixer turned down, exactly to the settings as indicated in the photo. Turn it off. All the parts that should be in the room are there. You can verify with the picture, and then at the end of the lesson, make sure to turn the light off, turn all the electricity powered things off, and make sure that the door is closed. Boom, you're done.